Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for February 11th, 2016. For your Thursday, we're going to have a few snow showers around, especially across our central and northern areas today. This will be very hit or miss, just some snow showers rotating through the area, and I would expect at most a coating to a half-inch in some of the heavier bands of snow showers. So we're not expecting too much today, but did want to mention that most areas, or actually some areas, might not see anything at all, but you will have some areas that are under those snow showers. Again, favoring northern and central areas, but it was not impossible to see it further southeast. You can see that in the next frame, a few making it down and even into the southern portions of Pennsylvania as well. So not a big deal today. I do think the bigger deal with the snow showers and snow squalls will actually be Friday night. And I'll move ahead to that here. Going to be a cold day both Thursday and Friday, so we're going to have temperatures that are running about 10 to 12 degrees below normal. And believe it or not, that is not indicative of the cold that's going to be coming this weekend. If you think that's bad, wait a few days. We have another Arctic front coming with these snow showers here. Here's the area low pressure driving it. The cold front's going to be studying down to the southeast. And these snow showers are going to be moving in the overnight hours on Friday night. But you can see snow showers, snow squalls we're expecting to come through. And this could give you a coating to an inch, maybe even two in some areas that get under those heavier squalls. The reason you have the snow squalls associated with it is you have some pretty high height falls with this as it comes in. So every time it's running into that, lapse rates are increased, and you get some snow squalls. Fronts back here like this comes through here. This will come through here early Saturday morning. So when the front comes through, the temperatures are going to plummet. This is an Arctic front, and this one means business. You're going to have some seriously cold temperatures coming in here for the weekend here. The reason for that is this polar vortex is the tropospheric polar vortex anyway is going to be set up over the northeast United States. So very cold temperature departures. And we'll get back to this image in a minute because I'm going to discuss something else with next week's potential. But here's first is the temperatures here on Saturday. This is looking at Saturday morning where the front's coming through here. These are high temperatures. High temperatures are in the teens here, not even getting out of the teens in Philadelphia, according to the GFS model here, and single digits all across the northern tier for high temperatures on Saturday. And then it doesn't really make a difference in the afternoon. You might actually drop a degree or two in the afternoon once that front passes. Here, a look at the low temperatures here on Saturday night, and these are incredible. All these grays here, grays and like white shaded here, off-white, this is all temperatures indicative of below zero everywhere where you see these grays and whites. So some of these areas here that are showing these temperatures, this low would be records. This would be a record here in Allentown for a record low for the day. That would be a record in Philadelphia, a record in Scranton, and those are consistently showing the same forecast lows of anywhere from 0 in Philly, -2, -3 in Allentown, up to -7 and -8 in Scranton over to Mount Pocono. And what does that do with the winds that are expected with that front? Dangerous. This is looking at overnight Saturday night. If you have anything to do Saturday afternoon or overnight Saturday night, I would probably try to reschedule it if you're trying to do anything outside for any prolonged period of time, because these are the wind chills are expected. These are dangerous. Minus teens all the way down into interior South Jersey and Philadelphia, -20 from about I-78 and points north, and you even have this in models indicating a -31 here in Mount Pocono. So now this is not a true representation of exactly how it's going to play out, but it gives you a general idea. Minus teens to -20s below zero is what the expected wind chill is expected to be late Saturday into Saturday night. So winds do die off here on Sunday, so we will at least get a break from that, but it's going to remain cold here on Sunday as well. Temperatures still not getting out of the teens in most locations for Sunday. Now we're going to move ahead, everybody. What he's talking about here, which is this big storm potential next week, and the models are handling this much differently. I'm going to move ahead here. Here's Sunday. We're still bright and sunny here on Sunday, and then clouds are going to increase on Monday. Now the GFS is doing something different. Brings the northern stream energy out ahead of it, and brings some light snow showers here, actually during the day on Monday through the area. but our system is actually developing off to the south here, and this is our system coming into the picture. Is going to make it run up the coast here, and on the latest GFS run, this is actually looking like it's missing east, just grazing eastern points. I can tell you that the European model is doing something different. It's actually digging the trough energy quicker in the Midwest, turning the trough negative, and it takes this up right over Pennsylvania like this. Well, if you do that, if you're seeing temperatures next Tuesday with temperatures in the 40s and 50s, it's because they're following a European model forecast. The GFS, by taking easterly track like this, is still cold. Still cold. So the track of the storm, what I'm trying to tell you is this track of the storm is going to dictate the temperatures, not the other way around. So if you see us or anybody else talking about a potential snowstorm in the Monday to Tuesday time frame, and they're saying, well, my phone app says it's 40 or 45 for a high on Tuesday. Well, that's because it's following the European model. That's because it's favoring a system cutting to the west. Okay, if it cuts to the east, temperatures will be nowhere near 45. Matter of fact, you'll probably be stuck in the 30s below freezing across the entire coverage area if that's the case. So hopefully the models are going to figure this out over the next couple of days. One track's out like this, the other one's out like this. If they split the difference and come up in the middle, we got one heck of a snowstorm coming in here in this area. So at the very least, even with the European model showing that further inland the track, you still have a front-end thump of snow going over to a wintry mix of snow, sleet, freezing, rain, and then eventually rain for everybody. But you will still have wintry precipitation at the onset. It might be a long duration at the onset. I want to go back to that image I was showing you before, the upper levels, and showing you what the GFS is doing here and how this is different from the European model. If you go a little bit further, the PV is going to retreat up to the northeast and get over the Canadian Maritimes here as we get into Monday. But the GFS has another piece of energy rounding in here, just like this. So all this here is going to be setting up over our area, which would be the additional cold area. So the main piece goes up to the north, another one rotates to the south, southeast here, and the European model does not have that. Again, it has this trough axis turning negative out here in the Midwest quicker, which kicks this PV out and doesn't bring any cold air behind it, so the storm cuts to the west. So there's a couple different solutions on the table. Both are very viable, and we might end up meeting somewhere in the middle there, splitting the difference between the two. Like I said, that you could end up with a pretty good snowstorm if that were the case. Here's a look at Tuesday with the more cold settling in over the eastern United States, and the GFS is showing a ridge out west with this trough in the east here. So we're still much of the same with the cold as far as the GFS is concerned. The European model is saying different. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for February 11th, 2016. We're going to be following this the next couple days, so stay tuned. Have a great Thursday.